Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, so I am still in this marketing kind of nightmare trying to figure out my branding, and I may have just figured it out today. So essentially the phrase that came out in the last video, by the way, this video is going to be a much shortened version of that one so you can get more to the point. Because at the very end we have a Benev in a video testimonial that he did, and he shared some really key things that I think is going to be interesting for you to hear. So the phrase I came up with is, what do women really want? Another way I could say that is, what do women really want from men? Here's the funny thing, it's the same thing that you want. The difference is she's highly conscious and aware of it. She's very aware of it, but you are completely disconnected from it because you're disconnected from yourself. So here's the deal. Men are using the left brain, and the modern male's very stuck in the left brain. Women tend to be left and right brain because they have more nerve connections from the left side to the right side. Okay, they're just born with that. But in my course, I can teach you how to develop that so you can shift from the left brain to the right brain. When you do this, the whole game changes. Your whole world changes. Everything that she wants in a man is only accessed through the right brain. Everything that you want is only accessed through the right brain. See, men are born left brain. Why? Because a lot of men have to die in the wars so the rest of us could live a good life. I was in the Army, airborne infantry, by the way. And when I was younger, I didn't see this. You essentially are pawns when you're younger, okay? So here's the deal. Someone has to protect us. So there has to be someone has to sacrifice their life so everyone else can live a better life. It's a harsh, cold reality of life, which I'm trying to show you how to step out of and step into your true power. So to answer the question right off the bat, women want to feel content. The challenge is she will never in a million years ever feel content with you as long as you're in your logical left brain, because that's the brain that's really uptight. When literally you can talk to any doctor, they'll say, yeah, when you're in your left brain your muscles tighten up because it's like you're in more of a fight or flight kind of place. When you're in your right brain, you relax. Your arteries relax, your muscles relax, your blood flows easily, you can think with more clarity. When you're in your left brain, and I'll make it real quick because I don't want to go over it in this video. It's like you're looking down the microscope. You're looking down a little narrow 1-inch tube, like you're aiming at a target, like the little red dot, right? Or like a little point on the heart where the deer's heart is, so you can shoot it through the heart. So it's very focused and very narrow. The problem is, this makes you uptight, which makes her uptight, which means, oh, I don't want to have sex with this guy because I'm uptight and nervous and stressed. But Mike, I have $1 million. She's going to want to have sex with me. No, she'll sacrifice for that. Yeah, she'll sacrifice. But that's not love. And she's not in love with you. She's doing it for the money. Here's the really interesting thing. The way you're going about getting the money is the wrong way. You're doing it the external way. Your power is internal. It becomes like a magnet. Now, in the last video, I go well in depth about how, like what I'm talking about. What do you mean internal? You connect with yourself. You connect with your energy and your power. And this is what draws people to you. Including women, including sales, business opportunities. Haven't you ever met someone like, for some reason, the women just go to that guy. For some reason, people just buy from that salesman. For some reason, it's because they're internal. I can walk into any sales shop and I can go, man, these dudes are extra. Oh, there. And I'll go to like the manager, the owner, go, I bet that guy sells more than everyone in the showroom. He goes, yeah, he does. How did you know that? I'm like, oh, he's internal. It's, what are you talking about? Here's the funny thing. A Benev says something in this video at the very end. I'm going to actually grab the clip and bring it up sooner, but it's so true. See, you guys are trying to do the external stuff. Money, gold, cars, stuff outside of your body. That's the left brain. It's external. Watch the last video. I explain it much more smoothly. I'm going to make this a quicker video. The problem with men is you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Oh yeah, I want to get the girl. I want to get a pretty girl. I want to have sex. I want to get married. And the problem is you don't really know what it is you're trying to do. And not only are you doing it from the wrong place, you're going in the wrong direction. And this is why most men struggle their whole lives and are just stuck. There's a way to get unstuck. So here's essentially what it is. When you connect with yourself and you connect, see, what most men are trying to do, they're trying to like go outside and like grab something like gold or money or a gun, and they want to feel powerful, big muscles. This is external stuff, okay? When you connect with your internal power, all of a sudden everything that you want in life comes to you. So why do you think most men will lift weights for 2 hours a day or more and work out and eat perfect? Is because they're trying to get the girl. They're trying to show off to other people. Yeah, but for what purpose? Just because they're arrogant, egotistical bastards? No, because they want to feel good. I went to a Tony Robbins seminar and he was how many people here are like are salesmen for auto dealerships and for something else? I forget what the other one was. And 20% of the people raised their hand. He goes, what do you sell? He goes, I sell Chevy trucks. He goes, no, you don't. And he goes, the other guy, what do you sell? He goes, I sell Ford cars. He goes, no, you don't. What do you sell? The guy goes, Honda. The guy goes, Mercedes, BMW. He goes, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. They all sheepishly put their hands down like, what? He's like, you're not selling a car. You're not selling a truck. You're selling an emotion. This is why you are struggling at making sales, because you think you're selling this piece of metal with 4 wheels and engine, transmission. He goes, no. You're selling, people are not buying cars because they want a hunk of metal in their driveway. You don't want to make $1 million so you can put $1 million in your closet or locked away in a bank account. No, you want it because it makes you feel a certain way. That's the end goal. That's your purpose. When you can become clear on your purpose, everything else falls into place magically and it starts coming to you. Now here's the thing, a lot of guys really think women want money. No, if a woman marries you for your money, she didn't marry you, she married your money. Ask Jeff Bezos. She didn't marry him, she didn't give a shit about him, I don't care what she says. She married him for his money, and guess what she did? She left with his money. That's a losing bet, guy. That is a losing game that you will never win. Now, here's the really interesting, funny, and awesome thing. When you understand how to connect with your power, money comes to you, and so do women. Now, watch the difference though. They're not coming towards the money, they're coming towards you. Jeff Bezos is everything a woman tries to avoid. Look at that look in his eye. They don't like that. That's called the linear, external, logical eye look. Women, my ex-girlfriend used to call it laser beam. She goes, oh, I hate it when men laser beam you. That dude is a laser beam master of the universe. Trust me, nobody marries that man for his energy or for him. When you learn how to be internal, women will be drawn to you. This is when you connect to your power. And here's the really weird thing about all of this. The external brain, it's like you're going outside, like the Yellow Brick Road in the Wizard of Oz. You're going down this path and you're going outside. It's over there, it's over there, it's over there, it's out there. We got to go over this hill and through this path and through the forest. We got to go external, outside, and you're going in this long external loop to get to your power. You think if I buy that gun, I'm going to have power. If I have that money, I'm going to have power. No, you won't. That's not you. There's a way to put the power inside you. And here's the real thing. It's actually already there. The problem is you were born external. You were also raised by society to be external, to do as you're told. The left brain the processor, literally its function is to process through rules, structure, and organization. That's what it does. Meaning it's the follower brain. It's going external, saying, tell me the rules. The minute she sees that look, she already knows you're going to do what you're told. She knows you're going to be a good boy. She knows you're going to follow the rules that she gives to you. But she won't fall in love with you because this is not NOT, attractive to a woman. Her mating system is connected to the right brain, the emotional, creative, spiritual processor. Women are not attracted to external men. Now, they'll marry them because 91 to 93% of men on the planet are external. There's nothing they can do about it. I mean, they have no other options. The power comes when you learn how to reconnect with your internal power. This is what women are looking for. Now here's the really, really interesting thing. The left brain is always going external. It's going, okay, I have to get something out there. For what purpose? Well, if I buy a Mercedes-Benz, then I'll feel good about myself. Then I can get the girl. Okay, so for what purpose? Well, then we can have sex. Okay, and once you have sex, what does that allow you to feel? Well, it makes me feel good, and I feel relaxed and calm. Then I'll feel content. Exactly. Here's the funny thing. When you learn how to feel content first, that's when the women come. That's when the money comes. So now you're not doing this external Wizard of Oz, with the yellow brick road thing and just going down this long journey for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years, only to make hundreds of billions of dollars for you. I don't know how much she took. Was it 20 billion or 15 or 50 billion? Literally just took the money and left. When you are connected to this internal power, women are drawn to you. It makes them feel comfortable. Now here's the funny thing. It makes you feel content as well. You're doing it the wrong way. When you go into the left brain, you feel anxiety, you feel stressed. When you open up to the right brain, you're more content. Now, opening up to the right brain is a challenge for men. In fact, most men, they reject it viciously because it's weird, it's different. What the hell is this? I don't feel like I'm in control. Here's the deal. You're actually in control. Listen to the word internal. The external stuff is false. It's not real power. It's not real control. And it's limited, extremely limited, less than 1%. When you become internal, all of a sudden you're like, oh, see, there's something I'll call social power. Once you have this internal awareness, women will put you in the seat of leadership. Now, if you followed any pickup artist course for any length of time, at some point they should have taught you that when you're in a room full of people, women pick the leaders, not men. So here's the deal. You gain social power. The minute men, it's an unconscious thing. The minute men watch women respect you, the men respect you. That's how it works. If you're fighting for attention, that's external. If you're trying to get attention, that's external. If you're trying to gain power, that's external. If you're trying to do any of these things, that's all external, and people will look at you like, yep, you're an idiot. Here, the funny thing is now, what most men are going after is left brain power, which is external, which means you disconnect from your power, which means you are powerless. So all these gurus like Tony Robbins in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s were talking about personal power, unlimited power, right? Which is what Tony Robbins talked about. And so did a lot of other people. This is the right brain. The right brain is the open brain. It's all the options and possibilities. I go much more in depth in this in the last video before this. So the funny thing is you're going in this really long roundabout way to get power, but the problem is it's always external. It's always outside of you. When you learn how to connect with your power inside, women are attracted to you. They are drawn to you. Not your car, not your house, not your bank account, because that's not you. And they can take those things legally after they've been married to you for so many years. Okay, so now here's what this video is about. There's a concept that I'm trying to help you to understand. You won't truly understand it until you come in and take the course and you learn how to do it. So once you physically experience this, it becomes really, really obvious. Until you step into this way of being, it's kind of a vague and abstract concept. So number one, it's all about emotions. What I'm going to do is teach you how to create emotions that attract women to you naturally. So here's the concept. Most men think externally. They come to me and they say, hey Mike, how do I get the girl to like me? What do I say to her to get her to like me? And I'm like, whoa, 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 the slave master days are over. We don't make anyone do anything. Those days are gone. See, the reason why most men are powerless and are stuck is they're always trying to do something outside. Like, I'm trying to make this person buy this car. I'm trying to make this person like me. You're doing it in the wrong way. Well, what do I mean? See, women, how do I explain this? They want to feel your emotions. So if you're linear, logical, external laser beaming her, that is not going to feel good. That is not going to make, she's going to feel horrible. They don't like that. But if you bring your awareness back inside, now you start to feel calm, relaxed, and down to earth. Your emotions start to feel good to be around. That's how you make a girl like you, by making you like you. What we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to create emotions inside your body so you can feel good, so you can be happy. Once you feel good, she's going to feel that, and then she's going to come around and be drawn to you because she likes it. It makes sense. It's very much like the concept that engineers have, like Elon Musk, is like you start from the end. Okay, now it's the same thing that people in manifesting say. You start from the end point, meaning what would you feel like if you had that car? See, that's what you want to create. You want to create the feeling of already having it. That emotion draws it to you. And if I remember, forgive me if I'm not saying this right, but the engineers will say, well, you reverse engineer it. You watch how someone does something and you go, okay, so they got to the end point. You start at the end point and you work backwards, and you work backwards from there. Okay, it's the same thing with women. Okay, let me give you another concept. When I was a little kid, my mother used to make me and my brother Gary crack walnuts in the garage at nighttime after dinner, and it was cold. It was always like in the fall and winter, and it was freezing. We'd have to be out there for an hour or two. Well, we had an old water heater that was replaced, but they left it there, and it was off. Okay, so that was on the back right side. Well, on the left back side was the new one, and it was on, and it was warm. So I got really smart, and I dragged it was some kind of towel or covers, and I dragged that in the walnuts over towards that one because it was emanating warmth and heat, and that felt good. Now, why didn't we go over by the cold water heater? Because it didn't make you feel good. Imagine you are the water heater. Do you want to be cold, or do you want to be warm? Do you want to feel like crap, or do you want to feel good? And what do you think she's going to be around? The cold, crappy one that's irritating, or the warm, comforting one that feels content? Another way of saying this, imagine you're out in the woods or camping, or you're a caveman. Well, you got this one caveman with this nice warm fire that you can sit around, and the other caveman is over there in the cold, and he has no fire. Well, where do you think she's going to go? Especially if it's cold outside. Well, she's going to want to be by the nice warm fire. What you guys are trying to do, you're that cold water heater trying to make her warm. I'm going to make her like me. I'm going to make her this. It's like you're trying to make her feel good. You're trying to make her warm. It's like you're doing it in the wrong way. Even if you make her warm, she goes, oh, I feel good now. And she's going to walk away because you are not the source of the warmth and comfort and feeling content. You have to become the source of comfort, of feeling good, which means you have to learn how to put yourself in those emotional states. By the way, when I say the word content, that's just not another word. I am telling you, that's what she wants to feel. It's the same feeling that you get after you have an orgasm. All your worries go away. You're just calm. You fall asleep. You're totally content. You're relaxed. So after you have sex, after you have an orgasm, how do you feel? That's the feeling you have to create before you attract a woman, before you get a woman into bed. When you create this feeling, she's going to want to go to bed with you. Reverse engineer it. But what do most men do? They go into that logical, linear Jeff Bezos freaking laser beam eyeball shit, which irritates the shit out of women, and it makes your voice more logical, which irritates the shit. See, when you're trying to be logical, you are irritating the crap out of a woman. Shift. We have to show you and teach you how to shift to the other side, literally. Now here's the cool thing about all of this. It makes you feel really good. So regardless of whether you're talking to women, you're at work or not, you just get to feel good. And then you get all the bonuses that come with it. Or you can do it the other way, which doesn't work, which stresses women out, which makes women yell and scream and complain and complain and complain because you're irritating the fuck out. Oh, I just bought you some roses. Yeah, in a logical, linear way. I mean, it's like you're giving her roses and punching her in the mouth at the same time. Like, do you really think she's going to want those fucking roses? No.
The way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So my course is not understood through thinking about it. It's understood by letting go of thinking. Now that's a weird. Most men are like, "What the? This guy's fucking nuts. What you talking about?" And didn't it seem like it at times like, "What? Didn't make any sense?"
Well, I was willing to hear and believe everything you said, but it's like to guys that's so abnormal. You're
Even
like,
to you,
what the fuck?
especially to you, because you used to be Mr. Thinker.
Yeah. You just like, what the fuck does that mean?
Your thinking, guys, is getting in your way.
Now, I could leave it at that and say that, and you'd walk away not knowing how not to think. In the course, I teach you how to shift out of this. It's something we have to work on, some techniques, some actual techniques where you'll practice them and develop them over time, and all of a sudden, you shift out of your thinking brain, and all of a sudden, women are drawn to you, and they want to talk to you because you feel more comfortable and more content. Your logical brain causes anxiety. The right brain is where you feel comfortable and content, and this is what women are looking for in a man.
Do you see that now?
Yes.
You know why I know that he sees that? Because and I think I mentioned in the last video, but we bumped into each other. We haven't talked for a year, and we went to the same restaurant. Just, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And I looked at it like, I go, wow, you really changed. And he's like, yep, because I'm finally doing what you taught me now, because I get it now, and it's obvious. It's so obvious. Proud of yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, life is good, man. Again, I'm not a master at this or anything, but I'm getting the hang of it.
Go ahead.
I feel like I've just started to get the hang of this, and it's making my life awesome. It's making my life awesome.
See, here's what's going on. So we're shifting you from being external. Everyone's like this. Everyone out there's like that, most. But when you become internal, people are like, whoa, something's different here, and they don't know what it is.
Yes.
And that draw, it doesn't matter whether it's a guy, a girl, rich, poor, left, right, up, down. They're just like, hey, and they want to talk to you, but they don't even know why they want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know, there's something different about you, but they don't know what the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is being internal. The other part is being comfortable with yourself.
And that's what these techniques do. These techniques will completely open you up to your right brain. It's literally like getting an hour massage. You just suddenly feel relaxed and calm. You breathe deep. Your voice is more comforting. It's more relaxing to be around, etc. And here's the thing: you feel comfortable.
Yeah. So it's an unconscious representation a lot of people have. And so when you realize that and you let it back in, what happened?
The first thing I noticed, the very, very first thing right off the bat, was the feeling came back in my body.
You can feel your body?
Yeah. Like I stepped back into my body. I could feel my backbone. I could feel my muscles, my arms. And then I had a solid sense of myself.
Yes.
It's like I could feel myself internally. And I just felt very solid and very grounded.
All right. Now that's an important piece of my course, being solid, being internal, being internally grounded. So once you became connected, solid inside, did you notice, number one, you were comfortable?
Yes.
With yourself and in public?
Mm-hmm.
And did you notice how most women wanted to gravitate towards you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it makes them feel comfortable with themselves.
I think you finished it. It was basically getting him to realize like you're disconnected from yourself, and when you opened up and reconnected, your neurology turned on, and you're like, whoa, I can feel my body. You started to feel your feet and your legs, huh?
Yeah.
How many years went by? Probably since you were 5 years old?
I want to say maybe 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, so his whole life he was disconnected. Not a good feeling, huh?
No, it wasn't, man.
Most men live in a constant state of stress and anxiety, and they don't even realize it. It's just become so conditioned into you, think it's normal, and yet you can't figure out why women don't want to go out with you after the first, second, or third date, why you don't get the raise, why you're stuck in life, etc. Once you pop out of that, it'll become very, very obvious. People don't like to be around that energy. Now listen to what a benefit says here.
I know what I wanted to say. It's about how a lot of guys come to me and they think, well, it's about learning a technique, an opener, a line, and it's doing something to her. When you started to connect with yourself, it shifted, didn't it?
Yeah. But I used to have this thing where when you're like a Mr. Invisible Man and people don't pay a lot of attention to you, you want to get their attention even more. And so I used to try to get girls' attention even more, see if they're looking at me and this and that. But the more I worked with Mike and the more I was able to, connect with myself inside and become internal, it didn't really matter all that much if they were looking at me or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I feel good, then I feel good. And I think I said this in the last video. You're getting a girl because you want to feel good anyway, so why not just feel good?
Boom, there it is. When you feel good, they feel good being around you. So start your journey, buy my book, Crack the Female Code, and read it. It is going to take you to the next level. That book blows everyone's mind. Honestly, better yet, buy my ultimate package because it has all my books, Crack the Female Code, Get the Girl, Keep the Girl, Sex Signals. It also includes a one-on-one coaching, and you also get my introduction to the hidden language. Alright guys, click subscribe, click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.